All right. So I know it's Tuesday, but I am doing my Word of the Day Wednesdays today because A, I missed last week's, and B, tomorrow I have an event around 6:30 at the Cleveland Public Library at the Huff location. So I won't be available, or I'll be rushing to try to do the Word of the Day Wednesdays. So I am doing it today. Thank you guys for tuning in. As you know, I am author Nicole D. Miller of my debut novel, When Love Wins. When Love Wins is the story of two young female cousins with a rift in their relationship. When Natalie, the faith-based social justice advocate writer, loses her mother, she moves in with her cousin Ashley, hoping to get support in her grief recovery. Instead of a warm welcome, she receives an icy cold one from Ashley, the urban socialite fashionista. Apparently, she is jealous that her ex is feeling Natalie, but that is not all to the story. There are some issues with childhood trauma. This book deals with mental health issues such as cutting, anxiety, depression, parent absenteeism, sisterhood, faith, and love. If you would like to learn more, you can go to whenlovewins.love and grab your copy today. All right, so every week I piggyback off of my latest blog, but because I missed last week and I won't be available tomorrow, you guys are going to get a 2-for-1. So the last blog post that I wrote last week was a winning record. So in a winning record, I basically share how when you are going through something difficult and you see that thing come back around, you may feel from a spiritual perspective, oh, it means that I didn't learn what I should have learned before, right? We've heard that often in faith circles. But I do want to challenge that mindset because in my spiritual journey, I'm hearing a different message and seeing a different message, that it may not be that you missed it the first time. It may be that God is completing a work in you. So I can see back on my own spiritual journey and see time periods of completion and then going through a similar test again. But it's like a higher level of purpose, a higher level of my identity being unfolded. So I definitely challenge you to look back at your journey and see if you see any of those patterns. And then one thing that my step instructor, Ari, shared that really hit me, and I've heard this before, is like, if you did it once, you can do it again. So sometimes we deal with things in life and we're overwhelmed and we feel stressed and we're upset, but we've already passed that test before. We'll be encouraged. Like, if you overcame once, you can overcome again. You have that resiliency in your tool belt of character. So you can learn more at NicoleDMiller.com. On that blog, A Winning Record, I, of course, allude to one of my favorite movies, which is Hunger Games. Check it out if you haven't already. The second blog that I'm going to talk about is one that I just released this week, or last week, I should say. Or no, yesterday. Today's Tuesday, so I just released it yesterday. So it's called Depressed While Single. And I think most people have dealt with depression before. I basically share my personal experiences of being depressed, how it occurred in different seasons of my life. One of them was my freshman year of college, and it was ignited by that transition stage in my life, right? So I just talk about how depression can occur from an onset of transitioning in your life. And I also saw it again the following year, my sophomore year, but I needed someone to point it out to me because I wasn't seeing it myself. So the basis of this blog post is geared towards people who are living alone, who don't have people around, encouraging them to reach out to others to get a word to help them move forward in purpose. So I give my personal experience and I give some tips that Dr. Shamara Hutchins also shares. And her tips are, in order for you to heal from depression: 1, practice mindfulness; 2, establish a support system; and 3, develop healthy lifestyle habits. Okay, so if you or someone you know is going through depression, tap into this blog post. It's giving my personal testimonies, it's giving a clinical psychologist testimony and information, so that you can get the help that you need. We all struggle, and I don't think any person makes it out of a tough season without people. We are created to be interdependent. All right, so those are the synopses for the 2 blogs that I recently released, which you can check out more at NicoleDMiller.com. I mentioned I have an event coming up, you guys. Tap in, tap in, tap in. If you're in the Cleveland area, I will be at the Cleveland Public Library, the Huff Branch, which is remodeled. I'm excited because I haven't been there, at 6:30 tomorrow, November 1st. So you can RSVP. The link is on my link tree on Instagram, or you can go to clevelandreads.com. All right, that's all I have for you guys for now. I had an amazing time this weekend. I went to Florida. I visited with my besties. We went to Disney World. If you missed it, check out the pics on my social media accounts. I do have my newsletter dropping. You guys know I do my monthly newsletter every month. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe for my newsletter at NicoleDMiller.com to stay abreast on all of the things concerning my authorship journey. All right. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next week for Word of the Day Wednesdays.